My time is coming. It really is. It really is. It's just something that I believe that this will work. This will work for me. It will happen for me. For the past month, my fiance has noticed that I've just been more positive. And to be completely honest with you, I haven't really felt that. I haven't really seen that. But I understand that my time will come, that things will work out, that I will become a profitable trader, that I will become a full-time trader, that I will be able to provide for my friends and my family by trading, and that things will click, things will work out. To be honest, I've kind of already felt like I've been at that point where I'm like, yeah, like this makes sense. This is something that I can do long term. But sometimes it's just not up to you. Sometimes it's out of your control what happens in the market. Sometimes it's out of your control what presents itself in the market. And I think that's something that I'm coming to understand is that, hey, like not every trade that I take will win. Not every trade that I take will lose. That's kind of hard to understand. But I also think too, it's more about like the market conditions that are present right now, at least for gold anyway, just don't vibe with my strategy. And that's fine. That's completely okay. But I know my time is coming. And that's something I was saying today too when I was trading. I was like, I was looking at the gold daily chart, or I think it was the 1 hour anyway. And I was like, if we break this point, then things might start free flowing again. Things might start moving again. And we finally got that move, and I took advantage of it, and it worked out, and it was great. But I know that's not just a one off. Yeah, I have been struggling, and I think that from everyone who's been watching these videos can see me struggling. Um, but it's not struggling in terms of, oh, I'm making the wrong decisions. Yeah, sometimes that happens. We're human. Like I made the wrong decision a couple days ago. But it's not because of that. It's because of the fact that I'm just losing, right? So if the definition is struggling is losing, then yeah, that makes sense. But if it's trading well or taking good trades, taking good setups, then no, like I'm not struggling in terms of that. It's just the results haven't been there, and that's okay. That's fine. But today we finally did get something. I'm happy that we got something for sure to end the week off on a good note. And it just shows that it's like if you just keep doing what you're doing, yes, like it will work out. Now, today's Friday, so we have shoutouts, so I'll get into that in just a second. But there's one common theme that obviously because I'm struggling in real time and because people are watching me daily, I think the one theme that people continue to come up with is okay, at what point is it not you, but it's your strategy or it's your setup or it's your model or it's what you think is A plus and blah 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 blah. There are times like on Wednesday that it's me. It's all on me, right? Why am I trading in a bullish direction when the market for the session is bearish? You know what I mean? So that's me. And human error will happen. It's okay, it's fine. Like especially as a beginner, like that will occur. But I think people are getting too caught up in seeing the day to day, and I've mentioned this before, but I think people are or some people, not everyone, but some people are too caught up in seeing the day to day and being like, well, there's something going on, there's something wrong. Where it's like whole strategies can literally go through so many periods of drawdown for months, right? Depending on the market conditions. And it doesn't mean that you don't have an edge. It just means that you don't have an edge in this present market. That your edge that would work in previous markets are not working now. If we go look at yesterday's trade, I already showed the chart, so I'm not going to do it again today. But like that, at least for Asia session, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, which is when I trade, that is very difficult to trade, right? You think it's going one way, it whipsaws, it whipsaws, it whipsaws, and then it finally has momentum to the downside. And there was no way that I could predict that. Even though I did trade bearish, I still got stopped out before it continued, and it was past my trading time. So sometimes things like that just occur. There are plenty of people who trade my strategy. There are plenty of people who trade a very similar way that I do. the same edge using volume profile, using volume, using VWAP. And some of those people are struggling. Look at Cami Capital, for example. This week he had such a bad week, terrible week. He trades Asia and London. He has a little bit more time to trade than I do, right? Because I only have a 2 hour window that I can trade. But he got, for lack of a better term, no, I'm sure there are better terms that I can use, but I want to say this term. He got clapped. He got clapped this week, right? And that's okay. That's fine. He's a profitable trader. It took him years to become profitable, right? But he became profitable. And obviously he learned volume profile and order flow and things like that. So when I'm literally using a lot of the same stuff that he does, I'm gonna go on a side note here. Cami Capital is one of the guys that I look to in terms of learning volume profile. And he used to have a Substack, and I would go through all his Substack entries to be like, okay, this is a good trade, this is a good trade, this is not a good trade, this is a good trade, and like literally, it's like he did back testing for me before I did back testing myself. And I'd watch his live streams and I'd say, okay, I would have entered here. He entered here. Why did he enter here? What is he doing? And I would go through over and over and over and over and over again. This was like early 2025. And I'm like going through it, right? But then later on, like his Substack closed and blah, blah, blah. So I couldn't go back. But then I did my own back testing and I found that this strategy really has a good win rate. If you're scalping, it has a higher win rate for sure, right? Like if you don't mind taking smaller wins and more frequent trades, but that's not how I trade. You always have to have a strategy that aligns with your personality. I like to hold a little bit longer. I like to go for bigger wins. I like to have a high reward, low risk as well. That's how in previous videos you'll see, or definitely payout videos for sure, you'll see that my winners are like really big and my losers are much smaller than my winners, right? In this market, it's very hard to do. So I would use Kimi Capital as an example for how I want to model my trading, but not do it exactly. I would incorporate more volume and more confirmation, right? And obviously, it's worked up until this point because I've gotten several payouts, I've passed multiple accounts and things like that. But when you see a guy like Cami Capital, who I consider the volume profile, I don't want to say king because there are other people that trade volume profile who are really good as well, but he's like probably the most well-known volume profile trader on YouTube and yeah, probably on YouTube, right? Like that's and you see him getting clapped and you see him having a tough week, like it's like cool, like I'm not the only one. And something I was talking about with Stephanie as well, my fiance, was there are so many people that are struggling just like me. There are so many people that are having a difficult time, but they're not voicing it, right? It really does take courage. I honestly did not think about this, but it really does take courage to come on here and show every single trade that you take and document your day to day because you know you're going to get comments that, again, have good intentions, right? And they're asking, like, at what point is it, your trading style, blah, blah, blah. But then you're also going to get mean comments, but you're going to get a lot of good, positive feedback as long as you culture the right type of audience and environment and things like that. But like it takes a lot of courage to come on here and show each trade. Now, I didn't think that, right? When I first started YouTube, I didn't really consider that whatsoever. I was just like, yeah, like this is a great way for me to review my trades, just post it publicly. But now I understand, like, yeah, it does take a lot of courage. So from there, it also takes a lot of courage to be able to post a comment saying that you're struggling, right? Because again, it's public. But some people don't even want other people to know that they're struggling, right? Because they might see it as embarrassing. They might feel bad about themselves. They might see someone else winning and then they post that they're struggling and someone could comment like, get good, kid. You know what I mean? Like, but I think that's why it makes me happy. It doesn't make me happy to lose, trust me. But I think that's why it makes me happy to be able to post consistently, good or bad, win or loss, whether I'm doing really well, which I've done in the past, or whether I'm struggling. Like, basically my channel is saying like you're not alone, right? Kind of like Liverpool, you'll never walk alone, but you'll never trade alone. Um, but I also want you guys to know too, for those of you who are struggling or those of you who are doing well and you're not profitable yet, and it's been a good period for you. Like your time is coming, my time is coming, your time is coming. It will literally happen as long as one, you have the positive mindset that this will occur for you, that this will happen for you. And two, it will happen as long as you never give up and you never stop trying. So it's going to happen, whether it's next year, whether it's next month, whether it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it will literally happen for you and it will literally click. Of course, you got to do all the right things in between. But as long as you have those two things, you just have a positive. I know I sound like a self help guru, right? As long as you have these two things, you're gonna like no, like obviously like you need to be good at trading as well. But like if you are doing the right things in between having a positive mindset and never giving up, then you're gonna be profitable. So my time is coming. I know I'm gonna be profitable. I know that I will be consistently profitable. I still have a chance this year of having a second year where we are profitable. Right? Last year we were profitable as a beginner. Whether it's beginner's luck or a good market environment or we traded well, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I made more money than I lost, right? And right now, I think we're down. I think as a whole, we're down like $500 this year, which honestly is not so bad. There was a point last year I was down like $2,000. So, and I had no money at the time, right? Imagine justifying that to your fiance where you're like, hey, babe, like I kind of blew $2,000 on prop firms. Like, you know what I mean? So we still have a lot of time. We can do so much more. We can be so much more. As long as you know that in your mind that your time is coming, I promise you it will come. It will come to fruition. You will achieve what you set out to do, and it will happen for you. And I know that for myself, and that's why I'm so confident. Like even after losing too, it's like I know that it will happen. Like I actually took a loss today before I won, $114 loss. And when I took the second trade, I could just tell like I was in drawdown again, and I had so much like pent up negative energy. But I was like, bro, like this is gonna work out for me. Like my time is coming. It will happen for me. And I just released all of that. And I said, I don't care whether I win or lose today. Is this another good trade? And I said, yeah, it's another good trade. Obviously it worked, right? And I'm not saying that, oh, my energy made it happen, right? But like it's just that mindset, that continued mindset of like improving yourself, of understanding that this will work, that that you're staying positive. Like those are all so important in your journey because there's so many people that give up. There's so many people that I've seen from when I started YouTube or even like just prior to when I started YouTube that have either taken long hiatuses or have quit YouTube entirely in terms of showing and documenting their trading journey because this stuff is hard. It's not easy. So that's why it's like I always get annoyed sometimes of people like commenting or people saying like all you need to do is change this and change that and you'll be profitable. It's like no, like I think a lot of people, especially people who are profitable, have forgotten what it's like to be unprofitable. That's why these motivational videos or motivational videos of people who have made it and are successful are literally giving you advice. It's like no, like they're giving you advice after they've already made it. They're not giving you advice while they're struggling. Which one is more impactful? Now again, I'm not saying like, oh, listen to me because I'm more impactful. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like we tend to forget that, you know? So I'm here to display all of my struggles. I'm here to display all of my weaknesses, all of my strengths, all of the good, all of the bad. And I hope that you guys can, understand that, that this is a really hard game. It's a really hard game to play. It's really difficult to achieve. But it is possible, and your time will come. It is coming. My time is coming, so will yours. Let's make it happen. All right. So we have shout outs. Where am I at in the video? Okay. So I went on 14 minutes of a long winded message of saying your time will come. We have shout outs today. Let's go into the Discord first. So we have shout outs. So a couple of shout outs in Discord. First, we have Rizwan. Shout out to Rizwan. Rizwan has been killing it recently. You can see his P&L calendar is really good. He's I think this is making him eligible for his first payout, which is really awesome. Rizwan, my advice to you is take it, right? You are eligible one, two, three, four, five, so just take it now, right? If you haven't already, just take your payout, right? Don't worry about building a buffer, especially if it's your first one, who cares? Even if it was a minimum, I would say take it because it's a psychological edge for you to be able to take your first payout. So congrats to you. And then Jaden Brown, he's new to the Discord. He's been in the comment section as well. Jaden showing today's profit, $2,412.31. Shouts out to Jaden, man. He's trading Forex. I think FTMO it says, but shouts out to Jaden, man. That's really cool, really awesome stuff. So, um, yeah, if you guys want to shout out in our Discord, come into our Discord, join our Discord, come into Centurion Highlights, which is where we do all the shout outs for these Friday videos. Go ahead, post in here, right, saying how well you're doing, and then go into Mind Over Market if you're not doing so well. If you have the courage to be able to post about how things have been going or how things have been not going so well, come into Mind Over Market, post it in here as well. But also, if you would like, post it into our post it into the YouTube channel comment section on any video throughout the week. I will also um, go through each one because I respond to each comment, or most comments anyway, that I don't miss, and I'll find you there. So we do have YouTube shout outs. One is a main one. This is the main one. Emmanuel Obayagweme, he's been having a tough time. He says that it's been a month of pure struggle. He's had to lock his account for a couple days, and he went on a spiral last week. So Emmanuel, I'm telling you right now, I am with you. I get it. I understand. It's so hard, right? And the one thing that I want to say to not only to Emmanuel but to everyone, whoever is listening, again, trading is hard, yes, blah blah blah. But like your circumstance is different compared to someone else. So please do not look, I know the whole saying of do not look at someone's chapter 20 and compare it to your chapter 1 or whatever, whatever. But like in reality, it is the truth. But it's more like if you take me, for example, I trade gold, I trade Asia, I trade from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. That's all I can trade. I work full time as a doctor of physical therapy in the hospital, working with sometimes like very like critical patients. My mind always has to be on, my brain always has to be on, right? So then I come home, I do whatever I'm supposed to do, take care at home. My rabbit was actually found in the kitchen this morning where he shouldn't be. We have it gated off. And he somehow got in there. Who knows how long he was there for, right? You have all of these mental stressors happening in your life. And then you come to trade. And then you're trading at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern where there's low volume. You're trading Asia. You're trading gold where it's been stagnating for so long. How can I compare that to someone who's trading New York session, trading ES or NQ, where the V recovery has been absolutely insane, right? They're trading in a higher volume environment. They might not have as much responsibility at home. Maybe they live with their parents. Maybe they live at home, right? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying any of that stuff makes it easier. Trading is still hard. Like, that stuff, they have their own lives. They might have some health problems, some health issues. They might have something going on at home, right? I cannot compare what's going on to me to someone else. My situation is unique. So just because you're struggling, and again, I put that SpongeBob meme in yesterday's video, just because you're struggling and you're seeing SpongeBob and Patrick outside and they're having fun, it doesn't mean that you're worse, right? It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. Like, I'm here to tell you today that you are good enough. I don't know why I'm going on a motivation thing today, but it's a truth, right? And your situation is completely different to someone else's. So please, like, don't get down on yourself. Just keep trying. Keep trying to figure out what's going wrong, right? If anything at all. Maybe you're doing everything right and still losing. Like, that's just part of trading. Just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right? I feel like I'm talking to who am I talking to today? Anyway, I have more shout outs today. I want to say thanks for the encouragement and also advice as well, to several people because you guys have been coming into the comment section. I know I took a break first couple days of this week, but Katya, the Dr. K Ice, RRD or Reflective Rapid Determine, Wolf, dips and peaks, and even Finest 2X. I think he's new here as well, or she, I don't know. And they were asking me a lot of those same questions that I was addressing as well. I haven't responded to comments yet from the last video, but I will probably by the time this video comes out. But it's like you guys are giving encouragement and advice, and I appreciate that a lot. It's not easy for sure, but it is something that I'm going through right now. But again, like it's just a part of the journey. It's just a chapter in the journey, and I know that I'll come out on top. So I appreciate you guys for encouraging me and supporting me, and to whoever else too who's silently doing so as well. I appreciate you a lot. So thank you. All right, finally, let's go into trade recap and then we'll wrap it up for today's video. So today we traded in a bearish direction. We'll go over it, right? So we kind of looked at the market today and we knew we were bearish, right? So bearish all the way throughout the day, right? Even in the session too, we started over here at 6 o'clock. We were kind of stagnating up and down. I always said if I'm ever unsure, you always go with the longer term trend. So we were gonna go bearish today, but you could tell we were bearish as well, right? We rejected up here, came down, bounced at VWAP, right? So rejected again, waiting to see what happens at 8 o'clock. So we come down like this, right? So normally at this point in time, this is a trade that I would take. Um, I held off on it though because I wanted to get a better entry. We've kind of been whipsawing up and down. As you can see, we did end up coming back up. So I did end up taking it here. Slight increase in volume. If I'm looking back in hindsight, it's not the best candle to take it on alone, but um based off context, it's not a bad candle to take, right? So here you can see a wick down, right? So bulls are fighting it back up. And we actually do end up getting stopped out right here off that first trade. Why or how did we end up getting stopped out? Well, I believe that I put my stop, I got stopped out here at 662.8, right? So I put my stop up here, so I got stopped out. I gave it a little bit of a buffer, I put it above this level right here, and I got stopped out. Fine, right? Because again, I'm keeping stuff tight. I'm making sure that, okay, like if I get stopped out, it's at a point of invalidation. Now, the unfortunate part about that was it just wicked me out. So it wicked me out and then followed through straight down. And because of that, it was on kind of like relatively equal volume. I said, okay, let me wait for a better entry. We entered, it came back up a little bit, right? So we re-entered, as you can see here, right? And then we re-entered again. We added a second contract because I believe that this time, because of the rejection on VWAP, because of the full body red candle, because of the top wick, right? Cutting through that level, I was like, cool, this will end up hopefully going down to at least here. Now, I set my target at 638. I just thought that was a good level. I don't know if Top Step will cooperate with me here. Maybe if I can look on the 30. I think if you came down here, you could see um where is it? I just thought that this area of consolidation, April 30th on, I thought that would be a good level. I just put 638. There was no exact reason why 638. I just thought that would be a good level. Um, and we ended up flushing all the way down there, and it worked out really well. So I'm happy about that for sure. It's funny though, right? We've been in a very in a market environment where it's like you just take quick trades and that's it. But normally what I would do is I would have taken one off there, but my stop probably would have been moved. If it didn't flush me out so quickly, I'd keep holding it. So my stop here after we bounce up a little bit, it'd come back down, right? So my stop would be here. So I probably would have been stopped out at 630. So that would be an extra 16 points. But again, because of the way the market has been, a lot of times when you have these exhaustive moves coming down, a lot of times you'll move down a little bit and then you'll just reverse back up, right? So even though I knew that this was a really large breakout level, I was like, just take your money and run. So we did end up making back the loss. We made about $300 on this trade, over that, a little bit over that, which is good as well. So, really good trade, really good setup, and I'm hoping based on the daily, let me take off executions because it looks kind of crazy. I'm hoping that now based on the daily, if we can break through the 500 mark, we can start moving again, right? Because again, look at gold. This is what gold has looked like. We had a nice move here. I said it previously, but this is where I ended up getting my payout, right? So we do really well in nice trending markets, right? This has been full of stagnation, barely moving. I mean, look at this small doji on April 6th. How terrible is that, right? So that's what we're looking at here. We're hoping to break down here, come all the way down, right? I don't know if we'll make it that far down, but we're just really hoping to get some better movement as well. Does it make sense that gold is moving this way? Yes, I would say. I don't know why Top Step is not cooperating again, but because of this parabolic move all the way up, yes, it does make sense that we're having all of this stagnation. We're just hoping for better days, right? So, yeah. Anyway, that's really about it for this video, guys. I just wanted to see what NQ is doing. I hope that you guys were able to take something from today. I really hope you understand that your time is coming. It will happen for you, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of wacky today. I had a busy day at work. I'm tired, and I still have work tomorrow too. I hope you guys are doing well, though. Hopefully, you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.